Thank you, Lacey. In ancient Rome, clothing was made in the home by the ladies of the house. It was the mother's responsibility to make the clothing for her family with the help of her daughters or the slaves from the house. Clothing in ancient Greece was loose-fitting, unlike the tight-fitting outfits worn by the people the Greeks considered barbarians. Both men and women typically wore sleeveless tunics. The classic toga was a distinct Roman garment that only actual citizens were allowed to wear. Its distinct purpose was to indicate peaceful endeavors, as opposed to the cloak worn during times of war. A Roman could tell how important or wealthy a person was from their toga. Free Roman men wore the toga instead of a cloak. It was originally an Etruscan garment worn in early times by both men and women of all social classes. Consuls and senators wore a toga edged with purple lining. Some emperors' togas were made entirely from either purple or black cloth. Black togas, though, were usually only worn in times of mourning. The toga was made from white wool or white Egyptian linen. It was square or rectangular in shape and was worn draped around the body. Wool was most commonly used and was most likely the first material to ever be spun. Silk was very rare and expensive, a luxury afforded only to the richest. But in recent news, the return of the silkworm has fashion critics very excited. It has been over 40 years since Italy's world-renowned silkmakers were forced to abandon the last spinning mills on Italian soil. They became victims of an increasingly competitive Chinese market. But now production is returning as the Italian industry, made famous by luxury designers such as Gucci, announces to create over 1,000 silkworm factories. That's all for today, and thank you for turning in to KCLG News.